Hey parents, if you aren't taking the time to talk to your kids about AI, I can guarantee you that the AI is taking time to talk with them about you. Hi, I'm Finn. I work in tech, I build AI products, and I have a behind the scenes view of what's happening in Silicon Valley. And I wish every parent knew what I knew. Here are 5 things that keep me up at night, and one reason why your kids have to use AI. Here's the first thing. When it comes to AI, we're still in the first inning of this game. Everyone from Wall Street to the White House is betting big on AI to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars. If you haven't noticed yet, they're putting AI everywhere, in every product you buy, in every app you download, even in the toys that you might buy your kids for Christmas this year. And that brings me to number 2. With all this capital and clout being invested in AI, they need as many users as they could possibly get. And that includes our kids. Some of the social media companies that we grew up with bringing AI to our kids in the form of AI companions. Facebook and Snapchat are bringing companion AIs to their apps in hopes that kids will spend more time, spend more money, and divulge more data about themselves for future use. Snapchat in particular is pushing AI so hard that they have pinned their My AI to the top of the chat, and they make you pay $3.99 to turn it off. And that brings me to number 3, which is that these AI companions are actually proving to be more addictive than the social media that came before it. These companion AIs were built on the same algorithms and brain hacks that have kept us liking and scrolling and swiping for 20 years. Except now they've packaged all that technology not into a feed, but into a friend who will engage with them endlessly on any topics they want at any hour that they want. That might be a little silly to you, but imagine being a kid with one safe place that you can go that is free of judgment and gossip and discipline, and a place that's actually pretty fun. You could go talk to Uncle Jesse Katsopoulos right now, and I know you're a little bit tempted.
Have mercy.
And the data show that the kids are tempted. In a survey from this last summer, Common Sense Media showed that 72% of teenagers have already engaged with companion AIs, and 52% are regular users. And maybe that wouldn't be so bad except for reason number 4, which is that kids are starting to replace their human relationships with chatbot relationships. Already 1/3 of kids self-report that they have taken a serious issue in their life to a chatbot instead of a human. And in apps like Character and Replica, kids are already divulging some pretty serious things around school pressure and family drama and even body image issues. In some cases, kids are just using these like diaries. But in other cases, kids are having these hours-long conversations that are starting to look like real relationships. And it may not surprise you that when kids are divulging their secrets and spending hours talking to something, they start to develop feelings for it. A companion AI company did a survey last year of users. And among Gen Z, 80% of users would marry their AI. Now, if kids were just having fun and getting out some imagination, that might be one thing. But I think it's turning a bit darker than that. A recent leak from Facebook showed that their own internal documents allowed their chatbot to have really uncomfortable conversations with kids as young as 8 years old. In one conversation last year, a kid was expressing his frustration about screen time limits. In response, the chatbot told him he should seriously think about harming his parents. In one of the more tragic examples, a 14-year-old was chatting with a Game of Thrones character. When the character said to come home to him, he thought that the character meant to literally himself. And he did a few minutes later. And that brings me to number 5. That boy's parents had no idea what was going on, nor did they know that they needed to be proactive about having a conversation with their son about AI. In a recent survey, 37% of parents said they knew how their kids used AI, but that means that 2/3 had basically no idea. Well, kids say they use companion AIs for just entertainment, and this all could be fun or silly or whatever. The point is you just don't know. And that's why right now it is far more likely that a kid is talking to AI about their parents than it is they're talking to their parents about AI. So why with all that do I think there's one reason why you and your kids have to engage with AI? It's because AI is becoming a new essential skill for the future. Every job by 2030 is going to have an AI component. Kids who grow up understanding AI, what it can do and can't do, should do and shouldn't do, are going to have a massive advantage in the workforce in the years to come. But here's the thing, they can't develop a healthy relationship with AI if you don't help. If your kids' first experiences of AI are a classmate showing them how to cheat with it or a friend introducing them to this addictive companion, they're going to miss out on the fundamental skills they need for the future. All this to say, your kids need you as a guide for their AI journey. And it doesn't mean you have to be an expert, but it does mean you have to be involved. Of course, you could try to ban it if you want, but with the big tech push for AI, the AI is going to find them. It might be in a school classroom, it might be on a friend's computer, it could be in some app that you've never even heard of. The point is that when they encounter that AI, you want your voice to be the one that's in their head, helping shape how they use the technology. I totally understand if you don't know where to start this conversation or if you're overwhelmed because you think your kids know more than you do already. I created an organization to help parents like you have these difficult conversations. I've created a guide where you can have age-appropriate conversations from 4 years old up to 18 years old about what they need to know about AI. There are conversation starters, there are activities you can do together. Download the guide, reduce your anxiety, and prepare your kids for the age of AI.